What's up, fam? It's your boy B High back on the check-in, and hey man, I was scrolling through Hip Hop DX and I saw a former No Limit producers Beats by the Pound called BET documentary, The No Limit Chronicles, a work of fiction, and I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on in this thing? So I had to read that article and get down to the bottom of it. Now, Justin Ivy apparently interviewed Beats by the Pound to find out what was really going on and how they felt. Now, the story masterpiece No Limit Records was profiled recently in the BET documentary series No Limit Chronicles back in August, but the docuseries didn't feature any input from Beats by the Pound, which myself, I did think that was kind of crazy right there. I was like, you know what, where's Beats by the Pound at? Them boys were the soundtrack to No Limit. But the legendary production team responsible for the label's sound and platinum selling albums from 95 to 99, they were nowhere to be found, okay? So now with that absence, Hip Hop DX, they actually reached out to the entire crew to discuss what the hell was going on. And Moby Dick, KLC, Odell, Craig B, and Carlos Stevens explained why they chose not to participate and pointed out the errors or exaggerations that they witnessed. So they said that my boy Moby Dick said that we were reached out to, but we just didn't want to do the interviews because based off of our history, we had our suspicions. So we just respectfully declined the offer because we don't know if it was a ploy or a smokescreen and something like that. So we as a collective said we're not going to do it. And the skepticism that they had, you know, it kind of was showed out to be a little bit accurate because in one episode, P said that the producers weren't successful following their departure from the label. And, you know, that kind of stung a little bit. You know, that kind of stung players a little bit. And in response to that, you know, Craig B said, we already knew that's how it was going to go, but we have our own story. And in the article on Hip Hop DX, they went on to say that the crew was also frustrated because they previously announced the documentary years ago before the BET series, and COVID-19 kind of messed up everything. But the crew still intends to proceed with the project, and they want to detail the truth of Beats by the Pound, which they believe wasn't conveyed in the No Limit Chronicles, particularly regarding the origins of the production team. You know, Moby Dick said there were some inaccuracies in the Chronicles. I can only say the Most High, just to be honest with you, put us together. Me and KLC had already knew each other. Not new, but we met previously some years prior, and we met again in Richmond, and we were occupying the same space with Mr. Servone and Mia X. He went on to say we shared an apartment, and when we saw that we were going to be occupying the same space, doing the same thing, I made an appeal to him like, hey, how about us doing a production team? And it went from there. We agreed on the name, and that was it then. Later on, we were hearing some materials from Odell and Carlos Stevens, and he already had a relationship going on with Los, and we just came together, should I say organically. It was an organic thing that happened. KLC had this to say. He said, Mia X, she told the truth. I know Mia was talking about in the documentary, but it was clearly edited that they took whatever they wanted from her. It's like they made Mia fit the format of what they were talking about. Odell also said he believed Mia's answers were heavily edited. He said he stopped watching the series after witnessing things he lived through be misrepresented. Odell said what made me say it had to be edited was Mia brought me to the studio, he recalled. So I was like, I know Mia know that she brought me there, so this had to be an edit. That was about the time that I said, oh, this is a work of fiction. Let me go ahead and find something else to watch. And that's just how they felt right there. You know, although Beats by the Pound could have been upset about the documentary, you know, Beats by the Pound, they took everything in stride. They got their own story to tell. You know, I done talked to Moby Dick on several occasions, man. And that boy Mo, first of all, he's one of the most talented producers ever and one of my favorite producers of all time. But one thing that I do know is that he very much wanted to get the family back together and, you know, on good terms. Even though, you know, it seemed like they just weren't able to get it done. But I do know that that was what I was feeling from his spirit when I talked to him about everything a while back. He was just like, hey, man, we just got to come together, but it's just got to be right. We just got to do it right. And I can definitely dig that, man. Hopefully Beats by the Pound can get that documentary rolling because I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. I know them boys got a real trill story working with all of them artists and churning out all of them hits and albums and all of that stuff and just really dominating hip hop because them boys right there, you know, Beats by the Pound, huh, probably is one of the greatest production teams of all time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that to them. I'm gonna have to say that they one of the greatest of all time because ain't nobody put out that many damn hits in that short period of time and had that consistency and that funk that they brought to the game. And then they also changed the game too. So I mean, salute the Beats by the Pound. Salute to Master P. You know, you can't say Beats by the Pound without saying Master P, you know, because he was Mr. No Limit. And I'm gonna have to sit that right there too as well, man. So salute to P, salute to Beats by the Pound. I need y'all boys to get back together and make some music for the South. That's what I need. That would be what I need right now. And I'm out of this thing. I'm gonna sit there right there for you. More content on the way, more interviews on the way. Beehive Radio, shouty. I'm up out of this thing. I'll holler at y'all.